The athletic Brewing Ironman Lake Placid, the 13th stop in our 2025 Ironman Pro Series, and the last full Ironman before the Ironman World Championships in Nice and Kona. 5,000 points on the line and 4 World Championship slots up for grabs for our professional women and professional men. I'm Laura Siddall, and this is A Fighting Chance presented by HOKA. The athletic Brewing Ironman Lake Placid. This bucket list race is renowned for its iconic bike to the Adirondack mountains and to the rich Olympic history and legacy, having hosted the 1932 and 1980 Winter Games. It's popular amongst athletes, drawing competitors from all over the world, and is a fan favourite as the crowds come out in support. But before we look at Ironman Lake Placid, let's look back and see all the action from Ironman 70.3 Swansea.
Good morning and welcome to Swansea for Ironman 70.3 Swansea, the 12th race in the Ironman Pro Series. Beautiful morning out here in Swansea, and it's going to be a fantastic race. We've got some of the best athletes in the world.
Yeah, full gas, mate. Honestly, from start to finish, it was full gas. I don't think I let off once. The guys pushed me to my absolute limit, but it feels all the more sweet to cross the line first because I was pushed so bloody hard.
You had a big gap over Liam coming out. What do you think when he caught you early into the bike?
I knew he would because one, he's obviously one of the best cyclists out there, but two, he always tries to get to the front and then dictates the race, and I was also in the race and I felt like he didn't really want to let me go. So when he caught me, I was actually more like, this is really good because I know Leon's going to the front, so all I need to do is chase on, and it was pretty hard with him and Christian, just pushing the pace at the front, but we caught the front and it was still hard from there on. The spectating was insane today. I mean, like, I thought last year was really good and it topped it from last year. It is incredible, yeah.
Swim, bike, run, yeah. I thought I nearly had a good swim start, but I just got sort of cut out a little bit, and then I lost the feet. My swimming hasn't been very consistent since Hamburg, with a little and then just cracked on, tried to focus on my best effort during the swim, really composed. Hopefully stayed steady on the bike, tapped the bike, hills.
This bike was punchy.
Yeah, punchy, but times to relax, times to focus. I had a lot to chase for the first. I think I saw them at 30k, so it was really quite nice to feel semi in control. And then just ride it sort of for fun, really.
Talk about his run course, hot, flat, fast.
Yeah, I mean, I remember it being hot, flat and fast, but I did not feel, it didn't feel fast. So I think just where I am at with training at the moment, I didn't come into this with good, fresh run legs, which I'm really actually quite proud of. Like, I've had a good run block, but I really felt it sort of, straight away. And I knew that it was going to be one of those composed, controlled runs that I wasn't really going to enjoy very much, but just cracked on and tried to soak up the crowds. Swansea really pulled it out. My family and friends are here, and there's so many people, and it felt like every other person was shouting my name, so I just felt so grateful to everyone here to support.
So after the race in Swansea, let's check out how that affects the overall Ironman Pro Series rankings. For the women, just one change at the top. 2,500 points for Kat Matthews moves her back to the top spot, just 70 points ahead of Anne Reichman in second. Reichman does have 4 races counting, 2 Ironmans and 2 70.3s to Matthews, who has so far just 3, 2 Ironmans and 1 70.3. No further changes in the top 10. In the men's IRONMAN Pro Series ranking, no change at the top. That position still held by Christian Blumenfeld, but Paul Schuster, who is 10th in Swansea, well, that moves him into second place. He has 5 races counting, 2 Ironmans and 3 70.3s. Leon Chevalier, second in Swansea, moves him into the top 10 in 8th. The athletic Brewing Ironman Lake Placid starts with a 2-lap roca swim in the pristine, calm waters of Mirror Lake, right in the heart of Lake Placid. The 2-loop Zoot bike course is one of the best, taking athletes through the breathtaking Adirondack mountains with epic climbs and swooping descents. Lastly, the 2-lap HOKA run course will challenge the athletes with its rolling terrain through the city centre and out to Mirror Lake. Big cheering crowds come out in force to lift the athletes and carry them to the finish line. And so we have 2 fantastic start fields lining up at Lake Placid, which is sure to make for some exciting racing. On the women's side, 2024 champion Daniela Ryf will of course be wanting to defend her title and also rack up good points for the IRONMAN Pro Series. But there are a whole host of women who will challenge her for that top step. American Jackie Herring was second in 2024 behind Lewis, but recently won Ironman Cairns. In 2025, Herring and Lewis are 1 apiece in head-to-head races. Both will have to fight off up-and-coming athletes Norway's Solveig Lotheth and Austria's Lisa Perterer. Solveig was third on her Ironman debut in Hamburg, going 8 hours, 12 minutes, 28 seconds on that record-breaking day. Perterer was also third, but at Ironman Texas earlier this year. 2-time Olympian Sarah True has won her last 3 races, 2 of them being Ironmans, albeit the last was in September 2024. She also won Lake Placid in 2022. Spain's Marta Sanchez and Netherlands' Lottie Wilms could also feature, both 2 of the fastest swimmers in the race, along with New Zealand's Rebecca Clark. But the dark horse for this race, however, will be Britain's Holly Lawrence, as she makes her debut over the full distance. Lawrence returned to racing this year after the birth of her first child, Poppy, and has already impressed over the middle distance, but for the full, she's an unknown. Lake Placid has 4 slots for the Ironman World Championships in Kona in October, and 14 of the women starting already have their slot, so some good opportunities for the rest of the women lining up. In the men's race, there are 6 of the start list that have their World Championship slots, and 4 spots up for grabs. American Trevor Foley will be wanting one of those spots, yet to have his start in Nice secured. Foley is the defending champion, and if he finishes, it will be his first full-distance finish since he won here back in 2024, having a DNF at Frankfurt and Hawaii last year. But he's going to have a battle on his hand from informed Dane Christian Hogenhaug. Also, Ironman Cairns champion Matthew Marquardt will also have something to say. Marquardt finished second here in 2024, having led for much of the way until Foley caught him deep into the marathon. Other internationals making this trip, New Zealand's Braden Curry and France's Leon Chevalier. Chevalier had his best result of the season to date last week at Ironman 70.3 Swansea, finishing second. Now let's head over to our multiple world champion, Daniela Ryf, to get her insight on this key race.
So let's dive a bit deeper into the disciplines. If we look at the women's field, I definitely see Holly Lawrence and also Solveig Lotheth having a good swim, so they're probably going to be leading. I think Lotheth definitely has the strongest bike. And then on the run, we have Tamara Hewitt in the race, so I think she's definitely the strongest runner out there. Lotheth is strong as well. I could see Lotheth on the top of the podium. Holly Lawrence, it's her first Ironman, so it's hard to predict. It's in one way nice to have the first Ironman, but also it's a lot of I would say, insecurity, because you don't really know what to expect, which can be a good thing, but sometimes it can also be a little bit scary. So it'll be interesting how she goes on a course which I definitely think is made for strong athletes, which definitely is the case for Holly. She's a very consistent athlete, and I wouldn't be surprised if she finishes on the podium. In the men's field, I see definitely Braden Curry pushing the swim. He's always a very consistent, strong swimmer. And then on the bike, Leon Chevalier is definitely strong. Bradley Wise, definitely also a strong cyclist, strong climber. And then Matt Hansen as well, who can definitely manage the efforts well in challenging profiles. So we're about 2 months out from Ironman Nice, the World Championship. So especially for the men, that means this race needs a bit of a tactical approach. Of course, these athletes who are not qualified yet have nothing to lose. They have to go all out to get that spot for the qualification. For those who are qualified, definitely don't want to pick up an injury that close towards the World Championship. But it can also be a great test to have one more really, really hard race. The course is quite different. I would say Ironman Lake Placid is more a course that's similar to Kona. So for the women, it's definitely a great test to see how they can handle this kind of rolling hills, and also the elevation is quite similar to Ironman Kona. And therefore it's a great test about 2.5 months before the big battle.
Next up, Ironman 70.3 Zellamzee in Austria, the last stop before the Ironman 70.3 and Ironman World Championships. See you next time. You can catch all the action live on Ironman Now, Outside TV, DAZN and L'Equipe.